Yo, once again it's on. We back at you one more again. Real Kens TV and the House Light Kitchen Sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share it. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. And hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this heat, this action, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive it. And with no further ado, I want to get into the video. You know, prison has a whole lot of rules that a lot of people just simply don't understand, and you wouldn't understand it unless you, unfortunately, again I stress unfortunately, had to go to prison. You know, there are certain things that you can do out here that's not really a big deal, but on the inside, especially like a real prison, you know what I mean? Those high level prisons. Certain things you can't do, like body watching in the weight pile. Body watching will get your wig split, your noodle pushed all the way backwards. However you want to phrase it. Now, I know some of you that's never been locked up is probably, well, what is body watching? Basically, body watching means somebody's getting their workout on, you know what I mean? They getting it in or whatever, and you sitting there just staring at everything they do. You know, guy has a whole lot of weight on the bar on the bench. It's only natural to look, you know, because you got some real gorillas in there. So it's only natural to look, but you can't just be sitting there staring or asking questions like, hey man, how long you been working out? How long did it take you to get there? You know, now certain things people will tolerate. Let me give you a perfect example. I was locked up, and what's so crazy, this wasn't even at a high level facility, if you will. It was a low level facility. So dude that worked out, typically he worked out by himself. Every once in a while, he had somebody that would come down and work out with him. But a lot of times he worked out by himself. And so this particular facility, it's like they had 3 different weight rooms, you know what I mean? Like when you first come down the stairs, you're in the first part. That's like a lot of the machines and you know, the leg presses and squat machines and things of that nature. Then you walk through another door, and that's where you got, you know, your bench presses and you know, more shoulder presses and dumbbells and things like that. But then there's another door you can walk through, and that's where all your benches at. It's probably about, if I had to guess, probably about 7 or 8 benches back there. Well, this particular fella that I'm speaking of, he didn't like nobody watching him work out. So he would always go to the back and work out, because he worked out in the morning times. And in the morning, the weight pile really wasn't that busy, especially in the summertime, because they had a weight pile outside as well. A lot of people like to work out outside. It was a nice facility, man. You know what I mean? I mean, there's nothing nice about jail, prison, but that was probably the nicest thing about it, the weight pile. Because a lot of places in the state of Kentucky, they took the free weights. Like I said, this was a low-level camp, so they still have free weights, even to this day. So nevertheless, dude's back there minding his business. He's working out, but he's working out with some weight. You know, he's working out with probably 335 on the bench, but he's repping it, you know, 8 to 10 times. So I gotta excuse the noise. I'm riding, and you know how it is on the highway. Sometimes they doing construction, but so bear with me, please. But nevertheless, you know, he's working out, doing his sets, you know, and he noticed that a dude kept coming back there, acting like he was getting weights, you know, getting dumbbells. Now, the reason I say acting, because he was coming back, switching out dumbbells, but every time he would just keep, you know, watching. Now, dude noticed this several times before, you know, it hit the fan. Different occasions, different days, he notices, like, man, this dude keeps staring at me, man. So, you know, I talked to him or whatever, because really it was my partner, you know what I mean? And he always wanted me to work out with him, but there was two reasons. For one thing, in the mornings, I was in school. And then secondly, man, he lifted too much. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't really trying to get big and bulky like that. I mean, he, you know, like I said, he's doing sets, 8 to 10, 335. So he's telling me that, you know, dude keep watching him or whatever. And I said, man, I think you're just a little paranoid, my dog. We called him Big Dog. So that's what we're gonna refer to him as, Big Dog, the rest of the video. Big Dog. Big Dog, I think you're a little paranoid, man. You know what I'm saying? That was my dog. That was my partner. Same hometown and everything. He's like, nah, man, I feel like they trying to size me up. I said, size you up? He said, yeah, man, people watch you work out. You know, they try to figure out, you know, what you're working with. Pause. So we feel like the people, you know, they was trying to size him up. So he was like, man, he got one more time, man. And I catch him staring at me again, man, body watching. We going in. Now, going in, prison terminology means if we get caught, we going to the hole. We gonna fight. We gonna fight. So if we get caught, we going in. So a lot of times, people, man, you say another word, we going in. Going to the hole. So, one particular morning, he's back there working out. Now, he's telling me the story. I wasn't down there. But other people, you know, was telling me the story. He's down there working out, minding his business. He's doing curls. He got a plate, the 45 plate on each side with the, you know, the big bar. So what's that, 135? So he's curling 135, you know, standing up. He's doing it for reps. I take that back. It was 155 because they had a 45 and a dime on each side. So it was 155. He catch dude watching him. He finishes his workout. As he's walking out of the weight pile, remember I said there's 3 different rooms. He's in the very back. He walks up to dudes with his cars, 3 of them. Plus, he didn't really particularly care for this dude anyway, just simply because of where he was from. He didn't really care for him. Dude ain't never really did nothing to him, but, you know, just how it is in prison, man. You got me, I'm not like it. I kick it with anybody. But you got certain people, man, they won't kick it with you, or they think a certain thing about you because you not from they city. Or even if you are from they city, you might not be from they hood. You see what I'm saying? So he already feels some type of way. So he tells dude, bro, actually he said, bro, every time I look up, man, you body watching, man. Dude's talking about, you know, what you talking about, big dog? He's like, man, every time, you know, I've been down here working out, man, and every day, you keep body watching, man. So one thing led to another. Dude says something. Big dog tells him, man, if I catch you again, man, like I said, we going in. No questions asked. So one of the dude's partners said something. He steps up and says something, man, it's whatever, man. It's whatever you want to do. Next thing I know, man, big dog just took off. Slept him. Knocked him out. That's what slept means. Knocked him all the way cold out. The other two, they thought about jumping him. Big dog, you know, he's a gorilla, man. You know what I mean? So, it kind of stopped there. Fortunately, nobody went to the hole. They didn't go in. But that situation could have got real ugly because now, dude's from a popular city. You know what I mean? In Kentucky. He's from a popular city, and it was a whole lot of them guys down there. It was a whole lot of us, but not as many as them, you know. But things never really materialized after that. You know, just kind of whole lot of weird looks, weird stirs, you know what I'm saying? But nothing ever happened. I'm glad that it didn't because I'm trying to go home, man. I ain't got time for all that. I'm trying to get home. I'm taking these classes. I'm trying to keep clear conduct. Do everything I can do to get home to my family, my kids, you know, my mother, because my father had passed away when I was locked up, so I wasn't trying to extend my stay, if you will. I'm trying to get home. But at the same time, that's my dog. We ride, play dominoes, you know what I'm saying? Spades, chess every day. If something jumps off, I got to ride with him. Because if I don't, guess what? Now I'm going to get violated. So right or wrong, I got to ride with him. Like I said, nothing happened. Thankfully, you know what I'm saying? I made it home. I haven't been back since. This was years ago. But that's why you don't body watch in prison, man. Like I said, I know a lot of people probably sitting around like, come on, man, that's crazy. That don't even sound right. That don't. Ask some people, if you know some people that went to prison and worked out, ask them. Now, they may call it something different where they're at, but ask them about staring at people, you know, when they trying to work out. It don't end well, man. So that's a lesson. That's this afternoon's lesson, you know what I mean, of what not to do if you should find yourself in prison by chance. Hopefully, prayerfully, you don't, because it's a place you never want to go. You know what I mean? It's very violent. It's very depressing. Man, it's terrible. You never want to go to prison. I get on here and tell stories to, you know, stop people and at least make them think twice about doing something that can land them in prison, because it's just a place that it's not cool. You don't get no stripes for it. There's nothing to brag about. All the cool people's out here. You're not cool when you're in prison, man. People tell you when to go to the bathroom, when you can take a shower, when you have to go to sleep, when you can wake up, when you can see your family, when you can call your family. You know what I'm saying? They tell you everything. Talk to you all crazy. You know, if they tell you to do something, listen. I had a captain tell me that a correction officer can call you a bitch. And if you call him a bitch back, you go into the hole. Because there's chains of command that you got to follow. There's things that you have to do, like filing a grievance. You see what I'm saying? They can call you whatever, but you can't just come back at them. So that's just, you know, today's lesson on why you should stay out of prison, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. It was informative to you, to say the least. Feel free to comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. Hit that post notification so anytime I bring you this information, this heat, this action, as far as why to stay out of prison, you'll be amongst the first to receive it. Real Kens TV. We out.